Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to a bright, sunshiny Pete Langston Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for the home opener for 2026 Ouachita Softball. I'm Chris Babb, joined by Drake Womack and the rest of our OSDN student crew, and we are excited to be here with you for Ouachita Softball. It's about 2 weeks later than we thought it was going to be. Supposed to play in the Ronnie Hawkins Mike McGee Invitational in conjunction with Henderson State University 2 weeks ago, but Winter Storm Fern had other plans, and it has been a beautiful week here. Believe it or not, though, what are we, Drake, about 3 weeks from that storm, there are still piles of ice and snow left over in town. It is a weird deal, but we're glad that it is a bright, sunshiny day for the 2026 home opener for Ouachita Softball. Playing against Union out of the Gulf South Conference. Union comes into this game with this 3-game series. We've got 2 games today, 1 game tomorrow. So it's supposed to be Friday and Saturday, but the storms that are coming in, or the rain that is coming in Saturday, caused the coaches to talk and make sure they wanted to get 3 games in since they've already lost some. So 2 games today and 1 tomorrow. Drake Womack joins me, and Drake, you've played baseball. You know what it's like for the season opener, and anytime you can get that thing, underway, it's exciting for a player to have that first game of the season.
Yes, sir. It's for sure exciting. You practice for so long, and just to be able to finally compete against other teams and get to show what you've been working on all off season it's definitely exciting for sure.
All right, getting ready to announce the starting lineups for today's game, and we'll get our microphones. I think I was turning me up instead of you, Drake. Hey, first game jitters. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first for Union, the Bulldogs out of the Gulf South Conference. Batting first and playing right field, number 11, Riley Moore. Batting second and playing third base will be Courtney Marlar. Chloe Jones batting third and playing shortstop. Behind the plate, catching and batting fourth, Ella Joy Bregan. Batting fifth and playing first base, Mallory Hildebrand. Batting sixth and playing left field, Sydney Scott. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 2, Cassidy Goddard. Batting eighth and playing center field is Cameron Langley. And batting ninth, the DH for Union today, Denise Politich. The starting pitcher in the circle for Union is Emily Claire Fielder, a righty. So a heavy right-handed batting lineup. Riley Moore, the leadoff, is the only lefty in the lineup. Union led by fourth-year head coach Sydney Sterner, assisted by Mike Smith and Caitlin Langford. Take the look at the starting lineups for the Ouachita Tigers in the 2026 home opener. Batting first and playing shortstop, number 3, Morgan Ewer. Batting second and catching, Addison Davis. Batting third and playing center field, Emily Reed. Batting fourth and playing second base, Remington Adams. Batting fifth, the DH, Elena Lyle. Batting sixth and playing first base, Jordan Merritt. Batting seventh and playing right field, Chrissa Ahrens. Batting eighth and playing third base, Reagan McCoy. And batting ninth and playing left field, Lakin Golden. Getting the start in the circle for Ouachita is right-handed sophomore Katie Amador. So take a look at the batting orders for both teams. First for Union, Moore, Marlar, Jones, Bregan, Hildebrand, Scott, Goddard, Langley, Politich, with Fielder in the circle. For the Tigers, Ewer, Davidson, Reed, Adams, Lyle, Merritt, Chrissa Ahrens, McCoy, Golden, with Amador in the circle. They are finishing the starting lineups. We did have a late change in the Ouachita lineup. Haley Danielson was going to be the starting third baseman, but she got hit in the batting cage in the hand, and so she is not going to be in the starting lineup today, and that is Reagan McCoy in the starting lineup at third base. We'll take a break for the starting lineups. We'll hear from our sponsors, and then we will be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King.
At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
To be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we and more will be on your side, by your side.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Batson Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Batson Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Batson Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Batson Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Batson Signs today to see what they can do for you. Back here at Pete Langston Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University, let's give you the dimensions for Pete Langston Field. We're 190 down the lines, 205 in the alley, and about 210 to 215 to dead center field. It is a shorter field than some college fields. Talking to Coach Jackson before the game, and next year there is a requirement, Drake, that all fields, baseball and softball, put any hard surface. So the corrugated green metal fence here at Pete Langston Field counts. Got to have padding in all of that. So that's going to be a difference. But also, if you make any in college softball, they are going to start requiring the fences to be longer. So if you make any changes to your fence, you have to, other than the padding, you have to end up extending the fence. Now, that's a little bit trouble here at Pete Langston Field for those who are not familiar. If you look out when we have our center field camera showing, at some point when you look out over there, and you're going to see a practice field, 2 football practice fields, and there's a road between Pete Langston Field and the practice field. And Drake, that's not very far over there. You really have to watch yourself when you're getting exercise and walking down the street, so during softball season you don't get hit.
Yeah, there's definitely a little foot traffic and car trouble when you come across the back of this softball field, but hey, it's always fun.
Well, we'll see if we can't. There you go, Jake. Let's just test it out. Just say hello.
Hello.
There we go. We're better. All right, we are ready in the booth, and they are ready in the circle and the batter's box as Katie Amador ready to bring the first pitch. It's a fastball, catches the outside part of the plate for strike one to Riley Moore. Moore is a 5'4" sophomore from Abilene, Texas, went to Wiley High School, transferred from Washburn University. Amador looks in, the only lefty in the Union lineup. Just misses low for ball one. It'll be Riley Moore, Courtney Marler, Chloe Jones, 1, 2, 3 for the Union Bulldogs out of the Gulf South Conference. Both these teams played tough competition last weekend. A 1-1 pitch from Amador. Lined into left field and just foul. So Riley Moore almost had a chance at extra bases. And she'll come back to the box and do it again. The 1-2 pitch from Amador, low. Again, let's take a look at the Ouachita lineup left to right defensively. Around the infield for Ouachita, Reagan McCoy, Morgan Ewer, Remington Adams, and Jordan Merritt. As Amador looks in, gets the 2-2 sign. That is going to be just over the reach of McCoy at third base. So the lefty gets a bloop single to start things off, and Union has its first base hit, and that'll bring up Courtney Marler, a 5'4" junior from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Graduated of Olive Branch High School. Marler batting .304 coming into today's game. First pitch from Amador is inside, ball one. Drake, as a pitcher, you get the first person gets a little bloop hit on you. You just kind of have to settle in. Home opener, it's excited, but you've been on teams, and it's kind of hard sometimes to settle those nerves a little bit. The 1-0 pitch from Amador also misses low.
Yeah, you just got to have a short-term memory. There's a pitcher kind of one you're a little frustrated at, just kind of hitting no man's land, but you just got to get settled back on the mound.
2-0 to Marler. Fouls that with the 2-0 pitch out of play here at P.T. Langston Field. We are it's built into a hill. All of the bleachers are kind of a natural bowl around the field, and that means that those who have to chase foul balls just kind of have to go wait for it to roll back down the hill. The 2-1 pitch squares around the bunt, pops it up, but just out of the reach of Davidson. Addison Davidson behind the dish for Ouachita, the 5'4" freshman from Godley, Texas, product of Southwest Christian. One of 4 freshmen in the Ouachita starting lineup today. Morgan Ewer, Addison Davidson, Elena Lyle, and Reagan McCoy. The 2-2 pitch comes from Amador, pops it up out of play, and we'll do it again. Union, located in Jackson, Tennessee, they had their fair share of winter weather, but Drake, that storm was something that I know you're not quite as old as I am, like less than half my age, as Amador delivers the 2-2 ground ball right back to Amador. She's going to turn and get one. The turn is not in time for the double play, but that was a nice job at shortstop by Ewer to try to get that one. That was a nice turn, and Amador helped herself out, Drake.
Yeah, that was a good turn. Just good base running, way to get down the line by her, but a good turn.
So Marler reaches on the fielder's choice, 1 out. And that will bring up Chloe Jones, the shortstop, batting .350. Started and played and started in 7 games, has 7 hits and 20 at-bats. That was a wild pitch. It's going to allow the runner to get to second. That is Marler. So Marler advances on the wild pitch. So runner in scoring position. And 1 out for Union here in the top of the first inning. It's a ground ball, gets up the middle and through. They're going to send the runner. The throw comes in from Merritt, and that is a tremendous throw, and she is out at the plate on the 8-2 put out. What a throw by Emily Reed from center field. Drake, you've played outfield. You know that it starts in how you approach the ball and get it cleanly, and Emily Reed did that.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by her. Just super strong throw to the plate on a rope, and she got her by a couple feet there. That was a nice play.
Catchers in softball always, and especially college baseball as well, with the new rules on blocking the plate, you have to be careful how you set up. That was a great job by Davidson to set up nicely, make the catch, and now Amador is going to get out of it with the second ground ball of the half inning. So Union does get a couple of hits. There are no runs on 2 hits. There were no Ouachita errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Union 0, Ouachita coming to bat. And we'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
It'll be Morgan Ewer, Addison Davidson, Emily Reed to start off the bottom half of the first inning in the home opener. Ewer, 5'4" freshman from Farmington, Arkansas, will lead things off. First pitch swinging, high fly ball into right field. That was a lazy fly ball and nicely caught, nicely played by Riley Moore. So Ewer retired on the F9 put out for the first out of the inning. Addison Davis comes up now. Davis, also a freshman, one of the four from Godley, Texas. Addison Davidson is batting .444 on the season in the first weekend of play. Swings and misses at the first pitch she sees. The 0-1, foul ball off of the glove. Drake is a member of the Ouachita track and field team, and I would imagine javelin practice is a little more fun in this type of weather than it was a couple of weeks ago as Davidson fouls that one off.
Yeah, very much so. It's not ideal to be throwing a javelin right after a 3-week ice storm, and it's about 20 degrees.
I would say it's not ideal to be throwing a javelin no matter what the weather, but, you know, I don't think my shoulder would have held up for that when I was your age. The 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball one. The 1-2 pitch popped out of play. But you're in a similar situation as these softball players. You're ready to get the season started. You know, softball season was supposed to start 2 weeks ago, and we have winter storm that has dropped winter weather like we've not seen in a while. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike threes for the second out of the inning. And my father-in-law and my father have lived in this part of the country for 70-plus years, and they've never seen any precipitation, snow and ice, stick around as long and get as hard as it was. Softball didn't get to practice for a couple of weeks, and so now they're thankful to use the indoor and things, but they were ready to get down to San Angelo, Texas last week to play. Now you get back home. Emily Reed comes to the plate in the 3-hole. Reed, a 5'3" junior from Benton, Arkansas, gets a start at center field today. Reed had 2 home runs last weekend, 6 RBI, batted .300, a .750 slugging percentage. That ground ball to the shortstop. Nice strong throw across the diamond from Chloe Jones. And the Tigers are retired 1-2-3, the third out coming via the 6-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down for Ouachita. Back to Pincy Langston Field for the second inning after this timeout.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
NCAA athletes don't just compete. They make history. representing our nation with pride and excellence. They bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Katie Amador comes back to the circle for her second inning of work. Gave up 2 hits in the first inning, but was able to get out thanks to an 8-2 put out from center field from Emily Reed to Davidson. Amador 1-1 last weekend, 3 appearances, pitched 15 innings, gave up 13 hits, 13 runs, 10 of those earned, walked 5 and struck out 9. Did the sophomore from Burleson, Texas. Her first pitch, take some off of it, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, line drive through the hole in the left side into left field, and Mallory Hildebrand gets Union started in the top of the second inning, 3rd hit of the game for the Bulldogs. To the plate now for Union, Sydney Scott, freshman from Medina, Tennessee, South Gibson County High School. Again, set up the infield. I don't think we did that earlier. Reagan McCoy at third base. Morgan Ewer at short. Remington Adams at second. Jordan Merritt at first. Golden, Reed, and Aarons left to right in the outfield. Amador, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The 1-1 squares around a bunt, pops it up. Davis is able to make the play. The runner will tag, take a strong throw down, but not in time. So Drake, in essence, the batter did her job just in a weird way.
Yeah, very unusual sacrifice bunt there. Really nice play by the catcher, but good heads-up running just to see that in advance.
Not a lot of room behind the plate here at Pete Langston Field, but Davidson was diving as she had to make that catch. It was a nice read by Hildebrand. And now runner is in scoring position for Cassidy Goddard, a 5'4" freshman from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, Wilson Central High School. Beautiful day here in Arkadelphia, 65 degrees, slight wind, 1-0 pitch, fouled back to the net. You can't ask for a better day for a softball game than this. Slight breeze. Said 2 weeks ago on the last Friday when baseball played and it was 78 degrees after it had been 28 6 days earlier. I said people go from frostbite to sunburn real fast. The 1-1 pitch from Amador. That's a shot into the right center field gap. Aarons does a nice job of making her way over to the right center field gap to make the catch. So Chrissa Aarons, junior from DeWitt, Arkansas, transfer from ASU Newport, catches the fly ball for the second out of the inning. Hildebrand not able to advance. She tagged and made a couple of steps acting as if she would, but she did not. Cameron Langley to the plate now in the 8-hole for the Bulldogs. Center fielder in the lineup today. 5'4" sophomore from Lebanon, Tennessee. Takes the first pitch she sees from Amador for strike one. Amador for the second inning in a row trying to get out of, well, you might call it a mini jam, a runner on second. The 0-1 pitch. Checked her swing. That was low and inside. Evens the count.
Yeah, Amador's done well early, just getting out of small jams. Some runners have gotten on, but none have gotten home yet, so she's done well working back.
The 1-1 ground ball. Adams ranges to her right, gets under it, and makes the throw to Merritt at first base for the 4-3 put out, and the side is retired. No runs on one hit, no Ouachita errors, another runner left on base. No score as we head to the bottom of the second. Tigers try to get one across, get some runners on base, get one across as they face Union starter Emily Claire Felder. We'll have the bottom of the second when we come back after this timeout.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives.
We start the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 4-5-6 for the Tigers. Remington Adams, Elena Lyle, Jordan Merritt. Adams, one of three seniors on this team, along with Jesselyn Aarons, who is recovering from a wrist injury. Graduate student Hannah Hunter, who's back with the Tigers this year. The 0-1 to Adams, ground ball to shortstop. Nice strong throw across the diamond from Chloe Jones, and Remington Adams is retired. That's the second straight put out for Jones at short. Sure don't, in baseball, it's one of the differences. I just broadcast baseball last week. Now you have softball. That is just the biggest difference. The infielders just have zero time and zero margin of error. Baseball, if you get a hot shot to you at second or short, you got a couple of seconds because it's 90 feet. You really have to be on your toes. And Chloe Jones on her toes, but she tripped into the left fielder, Sydney Scott. Both of those players are up and jogging back to their position. But that was one of those in no man's land that Jones did a nice job of ranging over, and Scott had a chance coming in.
Yeah, just a communication error right there, but a great effort nonetheless.
Elena Lyle into the box for Ouachita, freshman from Monticello. That's a ground ball to Goddard at second for the 4-3 put out. Drake, the Tigers swinging, but just hitting the ball right at him, and Felder has to enjoy that and build some trust in her defenders as they're going to keep making plays like that.
Yeah, Felder's done a good job getting ground balls early in this game, and her defense is playing well behind her.
First pitch swinging for Jordan Merritt. Ground ball to third. That is a nice strong throw over from Courtney Marler, and just like that, the Tigers are retired. They've been eager at the plate and swinging early, but it's right to the Bulldogs. 6-3, 4-3, 5-3, and that ends the second inning. We'll be back for the third after this break.
That's a timeout on Betty. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
We are beginning the top of the third inning. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Union, no runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. It'll be 7-8. Oops, excuse me, wrong side. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Union Bulldogs. Denise Politich, the DH, in the 9-hole. Politich is a 5'4" sophomore, listed as infield utility player from Fairfield, California, transferred from Midwestern State in Wichita Falls, Texas. Amador gets her a big swing and a miss to even up the count. Politich only had 6 at-bats last weekend, or so far in the season. Looking for her second hit. The 1-1 nubbed right back to Amador, and 1-3 is the put out. I believe that's the third ground ball that's gone right back to Katie. It's kind of like taking care of it yourself.
Yeah, helping yourself out right there.
A little bit low in the zone, and she just got the cap of the bat on it. Go back to the top of the order to Riley Moore. She singled just over the head of McCoy at third. The infield plays in for the lefty. That's a ground ball right to McCoy. 2-hopper. Strong throw over to Merritt. And Moore is retired 5-3. First pitch swinging. Both these teams are they're ready to hit, just trying to hit one to a spot rather than a person.
Yeah, being super aggressive, which is fun to watch for sure, but they just haven't found any holes yet.
Union does have 2 hits, but Amador did a nice job of stranding those runners on. Stranded a runner in each. First pitch swinging. Fouls that one down the third baseline. She must have, I can't see the angle from center field from where we are, but she must have some drop on that because they're catching it, just the end of the bat. Courtney Marlar. She had some rise on that one. That one was upstairs, and Marlar offered, and so came up empty, and the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Amador. Ground ball to shortstop. Nice charge. Throw off the back foot. 6-3 is the put out. And that was a nice play by Morgan Ewer. She knew she had to charge it and make a good throw off the wrong foot. So 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. We'll be back to P.T. Langston Field after this timeout.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Washita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today. Chrissa Ahrens leads things off in the bottom of the third for Washita. To be the bottom third of the order, Chrissa Ahrens, Reagan McCoy, Lakin Golden. Mention Ahrens, a transfer. She's from DeWitt. Sister with Jesselyn Ahrens. She swings at the second pitch she sees.
Ground ball to Goddard at second, flips over to Mallory Hildebrand for the first out of the inning for 3. I'm going to have you count over my shoulder how many ground ball putouts that Felder has thrown so far. She's faced 7 batters. How many of those are?
Looks like 5 ground balls.
5 ground ball outs out of 7 batters. That's not bad for a pitcher. Reagan McCoy steps in for the Tigers. 5'9" freshman utility player playing third base today from the Woodlands, Texas. Felder got the outside of the black, would you say? That was about as close to off the plate as you can get and still get the call, but when it's going good for you, it's going good. She's ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And if you see that pitch get called a strike, it's smart for a pitcher to go back there.
Yeah, you don't want to, as a batter, you don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands, and as a pitcher, if he's giving it to you, might as well keep taking it.
The 9-hole hitter is Lakin Golden, 5'2" sophomore from Carlisle, Arkansas. What the mascot of the Carlisle High School teams are, it squares around to bunt. You never played against Carlisle,
I think they're the Bison.
If
I'm not mistaken.
You are not. You were a Dragon and a Panther, right?
Sir.
The 1-0 fouled out of play by Golden. Golden, one of 3 lefties in the Ouachita lineup, 5'7", 9-hole batters, so they alternate left-right from 5-hole when you go all the way back to the top of the order. Count is 1-1 to Golden, trying to get the first hit of the day for Ouachita here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 1-1 pitch inside. Ball 2. I've always admired left-handed batters that slap and just start walking at the pitcher. 2-1 pitch, foul ball right. That's going to be fair territory, and it's popped up to the catcher for the 3rd out of the inning. It wasn't a ground ball out, but it was about as good as you can get as a pitcher if you're not going to get a ground ball out. The Tigers go 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd. We completed 3. No score from P.T. Langston Field. Back after this. Chloe Jones leads off the top of the 4th for Union. It'd be 3-4-5. Jones, Bregan, Hildebrand. First pitch swinging for Jones. That one got in on her hands, fouled it back to the net. This is the second weekend that the baseball team has played. We'll switch over there. 4 games into the season, already Great American Conference play has started. Conference series this weekend, 4 games into the season. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball off of the glove of McCoy. And Ewer can't do anything with it. And Chloe Jones reaches on an infield single.
Yeah, nice job to knock it down, but that ball was hit really hard. Not really a play you can make after that one.
4 hits for the Bulldogs, and all of those, 3 of the 4 have been infield hits. Go to Ella Joy Bregan. She grounded out to Amador Swing and a miss. She grounded out to Amador to end the first inning. We mentioned the baseball. They've already started conference play. They also moved to Thursday, Friday to avoid Saturday storms because you have to play in consecutive days if it's a GAC series. The 0-1 pitch, the runner goes, the throw down. Nice strong throw, and she is, safe. Coach Jeff Jackson's going to go out and talk to the umpire. The throw definitely beat, but the umpire must have ruled that she missed the tag.
Yeah, that was a really good throw there to beat the runner.
Ewer at short came and covered the bag. It was a nice throw by Davidson. Definitely beat her and reached the tag out, and they're at least going to ask the home plate umpire. Drake, you've seen enough conferences between umpires. It was just so hard for that home plate umpire to see. I don't know if there would be anything there that would cause him to definitely overturn, and so it will stay as a safe call. So it is a stolen base by Chloe Jones. They say that Ewer missed the tag. 2 kudos there. 1, the throw from Davidson, but 2, that slide. The slide, if the throw beats you, slide outside, it's a little swim move and get to the bag. And so now Union has a chance to do damage for the 3rd inning in a row with a runner at second. And that's going to get the runner held up, so they're not going to be able to score the run, but it is a single from Ella Joy Bragan to right center. And Jones advances to third. She kind of had to wait a little bit to make sure that was going to get down, and the third base coach saw Emily Reed's throw in the first inning and said, no, let's just hold it up right here.
Yeah, she hesitated right there, just didn't know if it was going to get down or not. And third base coach playing it smart there with no outs.
I believe we're going to have a pinch runner. Yeah, pinch runner for Union will be Bella Lopez, a 5'5" freshman from San Diego, California, Point Loma High School. It's right up the road from Jackson, Tennessee. Hildebrand comes to the plate. Davidson steps out and gives the 1st to 3rd sign. See if they put Lopez in motion to see if they can get a throw out of Ouachita and see what the Ouachita defense has planned. It's a ground ball by Hildebrand. The throw across is in time. So Hildebrand retired on the 5-3 put out. Jones was running on contact, and she scores for the first run of the game. And Lopez ends up at second. Bragan will most likely re-enter. Sydney Scott to the plate now. The left fielder fouls that one off of the bat on a check swing. It was nicely played by the Tiger defense, but Union did what it needed to do and wanted to do and got the run home.
Yeah, just a good job by the base runner. Moving on contact, it would have been close play at the plate, so she just made the sure out, throwing it across the first.
The 0-1 pitch did not hold up, called a strike, so 0-2 the count from Amador to Sydney Scott. Yeah, you want an out, you give up a run, because if you try to make the throw home, and then you've given up a run and you didn't get the out, so at least you got an out of it. The 0-2 pitch, low, ball 1. We mentioned the Tiger baseball team. They were playing 2 games today. They just finished the game 1 of the GAC series in Durant, Oklahoma. Southeastern Oklahoma State got 2 in the first as the 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2. 2 in the first. Ouachita tied it at 3 in the 4th, but then a 3-run 6th inning for Southeastern Oklahoma State proves to be enough, and the Savage Storm defeat Ouachita 7-4 in game 1 of that 3-game GAC set. One more this afternoon, one tomorrow. The 2-2 pitch fouled back to the net, and Scott stays alive. The thing about having a lot of teams in the Great American Conference, you don't have much opportunity for non-conference games. Of course, football plays all conference games. Basketball starts in December, And here we are, the third week of baseball season, but only the second week that they've played, and they're already playing conference games. The 2-2 pitch, that's a shot in the left field as it get down, but it is foul. She turned on that one, but Sydney Scott turned a little bit too much. That would have been probably an RBI double. That was a nice piece of hitting, just turned on it a little bit too much. Scott staying alive. This is a good battle between Scott and Amador.
Yeah, she's made some good contact early and then staying alive right there. And Amador's making some good pitches.
Lopez is at second. Foul ball. Protected and got enough of that one to get it to the next pitch. Mentioned Union 1-7 on the season, but man, they played a tremendous schedule, a tough schedule, and many of those games. We'll tell you about that here in a minute. That record is deceiving. Coach Jackson said so yesterday. The 2-2 pitch misses inside for ball 3. Trying to get a little scouting report from him. He said don't look at their record and think anything. They've lost to 3 ranked teams. A couple of those were close. It's a check swing foul. 1-7, a loss to University of North Georgia, ranked number 6 in the country. This is all at a Gulf Shores, Alabama Invitational. They lost 4-0. They lost 2-0 to number 18, Rogers State. So they did have a tough loss against number 20, St. Leo. The 3-2 pitch fouled out of play. Might roll back down. It might get caught on some of the roots. Now, we are at the top row of the bleachers behind home plate. We are protected by a tent today, thankfully. But Cody, who's doing camera 1 right beside me, tell Cody his rule after this 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout from Amador for the first out of the inning. She needed that one.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Just it can get frustrating. Batter had a good at bat, fouling off a bunch of pitches, but then come back and get the strikeout. That was big right there.
To the plate now, Cassidy Goddard. She had a fly out to Aarons in right field in the second inning. Now back to Cody. What our rule is, Cody, that you protect the camera before you protect yourself. I say that halfway joking, and I just winked at him. It's not really. Definitely not in baseball or softball. Basketball, yeah, protect the camera. That basketball's not going to hurt. 2-0 pitch, 2-0 now, the count to Goddard. We do have foul balls every once in a while. I caught one time. I caught one reached over the camera, snagged it with my left hand. Didn't rub it until I got home and had to put ice on it. The 2-0 pitch from Amador, inside for ball 3. Chris Babb, Drake Womack with us, along with 6 of our OSDN students helping us out on camera and production. We'll mention them here shortly. Squares around a bunt, but just kind of a show there to try to get in Amador's way, but strike is taken for strike 1. Cody Broussard, Nate Hollis, Cameron Boyd, Gavin Wallace, Maylee Meacham, and S.K. McAnally helping us out today. The 3-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Drake Amador's grit in the circle these last 2 at bats. Now who knows what's going to happen here, but she was 1 pitch away from having a 4-pitch walk after that long at bat. She's really battled back here. See how she finishes. 3-2, ground ball, nice stop. Throw from the knees across is good from McCoy. Katie Amador gives up 1 run after a leadoff single and a stolen base on 2 hits from Union. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers will try to get that one back that the Bulldogs got in the top of the inning. We'll be back to Pete Langston Field after this timeout.
Barry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Barry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Barry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious...
Back to the top of the order to start the fourth inning, the bottom of the fourth inning. Morgan Ewer, the shortstop. She flew out to right field to lead off the game. Felder in the circle for Union. Came into the game 0-2, 16 innings pitched, 28 hits, 11 runs, all earned, 4.81 ERA, but has not given up a hit yet. Nice catch as she was helped. I was thinking that was the old announcer's jinx, as Morgan Ewer put a one almost as good as you could put it, but Riley Moore read that one off the bat and made a nice snow cone catch.
Yeah, good swing right there. I also thought that was down for the first hit for the Tigers, but nice play in right field.
Addison Davis to the plate. She struck out swinging in the first inning. Big swing and a miss, only starting the second time in the order, or through the order for the Tigers. Coach Jeff Jackson is going to call time and talk to Addison Davis. He immediately, right after that swing, he made a beeline for the plate and called time. And this will be an offensive timeout for the Tigers, as Coach Jackson's going to, if nothing else, just kind of slow things down. Felder's had the Tigers in her rhythm, and if nothing else, this is a time to kind of stop the momentum or slow things down for a second.
Yeah, Felder's gotten ahead of a lot of the batters, and so even just making her think about it for a second is going to help the Tigers out and hopefully get into a rhythm on offense.
Felder, a 5'11 junior from Summit, Mississippi, went to Brookhaven Academy. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball one. The 1-1 pitch fouled back to the net. One-two pitch, ground ball to third. Easily played by Marlar, and there is another ground ball put out. 6 of the 11 batters Felder has faced have been retired on ground outs, and not a lot of them, several of them have just been light contact. Emily Reed steps into the box. She is the center fielder today, batting .300, had 6 hits on 20 at-bats last weekend, 2 home runs. She was one of 2 Tigers to hit a home run. Riley Stinson was the other. Fouls that one back, and quickly in the hole, 0-2. Felder has not allowed a base runner in 3 2/3. Union has the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Felder still cruising. And the Tigers can't get one across in the can't get one on or across in the fourth. We've completed 4 innings of play. Union 1, Ouachita 0. Back for the 5th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
We're moving along through this one. We start the top of the 5th inning. Union 1 run on 5 hits. Tigers still looking for their first base runner. Cameron Langley, Denise Politich, Riley Moore due up for the Bulldogs. 8-9-1 against Katie Amador. Neither pitcher has thrown very many pitches. See if we can pull that up and tell you exactly how many. The 1-0 to Langley fouled out of play. That one came down the hill and went all the way down. I could get play-by-play on the softball rolling down the hill. Unfortunately, I think that one landed in the mud in the ditch behind the press box. I always like watching the players try to run and see if they can find where it was. Ground ball. Nice 6-3 put out as Ewer makes a nice play, staying down on that one. Nope. She didn't find it. She's going to the wrong one. She's going to a practice ball. Maybe she'll see the other one. Kind of like Easter egg hunting, looking for those bright yellow softballs. She's like, oh, no, that's not the right one. Denise Politich in the 9-hole. Batting with 1 out. See if she notices. Now a gentleman said, no, you didn't get the right one. This one's over here. You had to have help with the Easter egg hunts as a child too, didn't you? 1-0 pitch. Nice pitch by Amador. Takes a little bit off of it. Now that just saved Coach Jackson $10. You know, those balls are about $10 a piece, and now he's added back to the kitty. 1 foul ball, got 2 back. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball, third base, McCoy, throw over, out. Another put out by McCoy. We talked about the ground ball outs from Felder, but Amador has induced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 14 outs have come from the ground ball from Amador as well.
Yeah, she's fallen behind a lot of batters, but she's done an excellent job working back and, like you say, just getting a bunch of ground balls, a lot of soft contact.
There have been a few hard hit balls today on either side, but right at people. The 1-0 pitch, fouled out of play. The hardest contact from both of these teams has been foul balls.
Yeah, hitting early in the season, you can see a little early, a little late today, just getting back in a rhythm and routine.
Moore, the right fielder, with the 1-1 count. Nice job of staying down on that one, and the Bulldogs are retired 1, 2, 3 thanks to Ewer and McCoy. Morgan Ewer with 2 putouts, McCoy with the 3rd, and Amador gets through the 5th unscathed. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Bulldogs. Felder ready to go. She's already in the circle. We'll join her when we come back.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice.
A commercial is going to tell you not to bet on stuff, Drake. It was telling everybody, but I was telling you. Felder back in the circle for Union, the Bulldogs. hit me last inning. They do look like Bulldogs. You've got the large numbers on the front of the jersey like Florida softball. And with the red pants, swing and a miss from Remington Adams. Red pants and the black numbers with the red outline kind of look, it's like Georgia Bulldogs football team out there with those big numbers on the front. I think Florida softball was the first one I'd seen do that a few years ago. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off of the helmet of the Union catcher, Ella Joy Bregan. Ground ball to third base. Nicely played by Marlar, and 5-3 the putout.
Yeah, Felder's been pretty dialed in here this game.
Elena Lyle grounded out to second. Let's see, two putouts at shortstop, 2 putouts at third base, couple at pitcher, and then second base has had a couple as well. Lots of ground ball outs induced by Felder. Lyle, freshman from Monticello, lays off that one. Felder took a little bit off of it and took too much. We'll be back here for game 2 later this 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, and back tomorrow at 2 o'clock as Lyle goes upstairs for that one. It comes up empty. 2 o'clock start tomorrow for the series finale between Ouachita and Union. Nice job laying off of that one. It's hard. Once you go with you see it looks like a beach ball up there. You offer once. It's hard to hold up again. She did a nice job there.
Yeah, it gets up there to your eyes where you can see it. Those look like the most enticing ones sometimes.
2-2 was inside, and Lyle fouled it down the line. Saturday will be an off day or no games for softball, but OSDN won't take a break. We have the next to last home basketball games this Saturday, broadcast against Arkansas Tech, the women at 1, men at 3. Ground ball to second base, nicely played by Goddard, and the throw over. So a 4-3 put out on that one. Tiger men's basketball team and women are also playing tonight across the street at Henderson State University. After the end of the second softball game today, we'll be able to make our way across the street and watch Ouachita and Henderson play. For those of you who are watching us cheering on Union, following the Bulldogs, it's a fun time anytime Ouachita and Henderson. If you're not familiar with Arkadelphia, Ouachita and Henderson both here in town, and we can see from our vantage point, we can see the Henderson State softball field across the highway. Jordan Merritt squares around to bunt. Count is 1-1. If I stand up and turn and stretch my old legs, I can see the Henderson State football stadium in the background as well. Fun rivalry, both Great American Conference members. The 1-1 pitch there is a shot to shortstop. That's a nice play. Fooled me off the bat. Chloe Jones read it nicely. I thought that had the chance to get into center field, but caught a little bit too far towards the edge of the bat, and Merritt is retired on the 6-3 putout. Tigers still looking for that first base runner. They got 2 innings to try to get it. Union 1, Ouachita 0. 6th inning after we come back after this timeout.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
2-3-4 for Union as we start the top of the 6th inning. Bulldogs holding a 1-0 lead. Katie Amador still in the circle for Washita. Marlar, ground ball to short. Ewer Fields throws across. 6-3 is the putout. And Morgan Ewer has been busy. Morgan Ewer and Reagan McCoy. I'm going to ask you to count this scorebook again. How many putouts for shortstop and for third? Chloe Jones comes to play. She has 2 hits. She has 2 of the 5 hits today for Union. Ground ball to McCoy. First pitch swinging, throw across the diamond. 5-3. So you can add another one to McCoy at third base that you were just
I think that one's going to make 9 putouts between shortstop and third base this game for the Tigers. Busy day on the left side of the infield.
Yeah, over half of the putouts have come from the left side of the infield, and now Mike Smith, assistant coach in his first season at Union, been a lot of places on a lot of college softball staffs in Union this season. He calls time and kind of brings Ella Joy Bregan down, and probably the same thing that Coach Jackson was doing, kind of trying to mess up the rhythm of Katie Amador. Bregan singled to right center her first time at bat. Takes a called strike on the first pitch she sees. 1 for 2. That was the 5th put out for Reagan McCoy at third base. The 0-1 pitch took some off. That's a nice job by Bregan of laying off of that one. Amador took some off and left it upstairs. Those can be enticing pitches. That one low, skips past Davidson behind the plate. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Strike 2, and this will be the 70th pitch for Katie Amador in 5 2/3 innings.
Yeah, that's working efficiently for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see Felder's numbers when she comes back to the circle, see how many she had through 6. This will be the 70th. The 2-2 pitch upstairs for ball 3.
3-2 count. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but this could be potentially maybe the first walk we've seen all game.
For either pitcher. The 3-2 pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. So the first walk issued by either pitcher today comes with 2 outs in the 6th inning. It brings up Hildebrand. Singleton was stranded in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Neither pitcher has struck out a ton of batters. They've been getting outs via the ground ball for the most part. The majority of Amadors, but the large majority of Felders have come through ground ball outs in the infield. We'll go back to a nice play that kept us 0-0 in the top of the 1st inning as Emily Reed threw out Courtney Marlar at home trying to score from second base. 0-1 the count now to Hildebrand. Catches the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Amador got that 50-50 call. The The 0-2 ground ball gets through the hole on the left side, and so a single for Hildebrand is her second of the day and second to left field. And Hildebrand gets Bragan to second. You know, we've talked about how efficient both these pitchers have been the last few innings. Amador did flirt with trouble in the first and the second. Stranded, got a runner in scoring position, was able to get out unscathed. See if she can do the same here. Sydney Scott in the box for Union, and Coach Jeff Jackson's going to call timeout.
Yeah, I feel like Amador's almost pitched better today with runners in scoring position. Just she's gotten out of a lot of jams and really locked in when she's needed to today.
We mentioned other action going on around the Ouachita Athletic Department tonight across the street, 5:30 and 7:30. Ouachita basketball versus Henderson State. Women at 5:30, men after. Tomorrow we'll be back here at Pete Langston Field for Game 3 of this series between Ouachita and Union. Saturday, and these are all just the home games. Saturday, a home basketball doubleheader. The baseball team is in Southeastern Oklahoma, and the track and field team headed to Houston. Is that right?
Yes, sir, that's right.
Bet the weather is a little bit warmer for an outdoor meet down there in Houston than it's been in Pittsburgh, Kansas. The 1-0, that's a shot into center field. Emily Reed snags it, makes a strong throw home, but it's not going to be in time, and it is an RBI single for Sydney Scott. Actually, yeah, single and then plus advanced on the throw. Hildebrand goes to third on the base hit, and so now runners at the corners for Cassidy Goddard. 0 for 2, flew out to right field in the second inning, or right center, and then grounded out to third to end the fourth. They've done all this with 2 outs. Amador got Marlar to ground out to short. Got Chloe Jones to ground out to third, and we thought we were kind of just going to repeat the previous innings. But then a 2-out walk followed by 2 singles have added a run to the board for Union. The 0-1 pitch, low swing and a miss. Those 2-out walks seem to be something in baseball and softball that can just get you.
Yeah, it just never won them. Doesn't seem like much, but then one runner turns into 2, 2 turns into a run, and just.
That's exactly what happened the previous at bat. Katie Amador gets the strikeout. Now, the base runner, Goddard, took off to second, but the home plate umpire did signal that Davidson made the catch to secure the out. And Amador strands 2, but the Bulldogs do get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Ouachita errors and 1 runner left on base. The Tigers going to have to get it done here in the next 2 innings. Their next opportunity will come up when we come back. The bottom of the 6th, Tigers need to get something going against Felder, who's had control of them today. We'll be back after this timeout.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Batson Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Batson Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Batson Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep.
Pinch hitter for the Tigers, Juice Caldwell, a 5'2" sophomore from Irving, Texas, graduate of Nimitz High School. She will pinch hit for Krissa Ahrens to lead off the 6th. Coach Jackson trying to get something different going offensively. That's from the left side. The 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. Coach Jackson, I think it's kind of a moment where you just, all right, we got to try something to mess up the rhythm. Goes to Caldwell, and, if you get a base runner, it's kind of just knocking, opening the door to see what can happen. Foul ball out of play, and that ball will be scratched up quite nicely off the concrete brick wall down by the restrooms and the concession stand area. 2-2 count to the leadoff batter, the pinch hitter, Juice Caldwell, here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball to second base. Goddard down on it, makes the play. Different hitter, same result, and a ground ball put out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6 have been ground ball outs induced by Felder. Reagan McCoy to the plate for Ouachita. Lakin Golden, the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. First pitch swinging, a fastball outside. Sometimes when you're in this situation, you get to the late innings, Drake, you just feel like I've got to make something happen, and sometimes that feeds into the pitcher's success also.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive, try to get people on base, but you don't want to be too aggressive. You get outside your approach and start swinging at bad pitches.
Nice. Oh, no, they're going to appeal down to first base and say that McCoy went around. I'm blocked by the home plate umpire and the shadow, so I didn't see that one very clearly. The 1-2 pitch. There's the first. Oh, man. That was a Subway sandwich for being the first hit of the game. And you just feel like when you're in this point, you just the big Subway sandwich, not the 6-inch, the 12-inch. But either way, it could have been either one of them, foot long. Tigers needed that one to go down. The 1-2. There it is. Turned on it. Base hit into left field is the first base runner of the day for the Tigers. She says, if I can't get it going the opposite way, I'll just turn on it and hit it through the hole on the left side.
Yeah, the saying is you just need one. So the Tigers got a base runner now, looking to do some more damage here in the 6th inning.
So Lakin Golden to the plate. She steps in from the left side, and Coach Jeff Jackson signals a pinch runner for Ouachita. That's going to be Olivia C., 5'4" junior from Mustang, Oklahoma. Katie Amador, the first one there to welcome Reagan McCoy back to the dugout. She would love to see the Tigers get a rally here and have a chance to go back out in the circle with a different situation. Look, Golden squares around the bunt, pulls it back, now does go back for the bunt. Bunting for a base hit, possibly get some speed down the line. Courtney Marler at third, playing in anyway, and she started charging. Golden swing and a miss. The throw back down to first is not in time as C dove back into the back corner of the bag. Golden takes that one. Looked like Felder took a little off of it. Felder pitched 16 innings in 3 appearances. Are we going to appeal? That's tough with a 2-man crew. Golden checked her swing, and the home plate umpire had to appeal to the field umpire, who's between second baseman and first baseman. It'll be hard to see whether they checked or not. The 2-2 pitch, shot, and that's going to get down but foul. That was another 8 inches from the line. I mean, you look at this. Union got its first hit of the day. Didn't end up entering a run, but it was a left-handed batter. It was just able to hit a blooper just over the third baseman and land fair, and Ouachita's had a couple of those, and they bid about 8 inches foul. The 2-2 to Golden is high and outside for ball 3. So Felder is one pitch away from her first walk of the game. She struck out 3. Ground ball to seconds. Have to charge it. The speedy Golden beats it out. Cassidy Goddard didn't quite charge that one enough, Drake, but she also had to wait on the runner to get over past the ball as well. That was a perfect storm for the Tigers, and for the first time today, they had 1 base runner on. Now that's 2.
Yeah, good job of base runner right there. You see the ground ball, you kind of want to intentionally get in the way of the second baseman, and then good job hustling down the first base line to beat it out.
Go back to the top of the order to Morgan Ewer. As the infield for Union gathers around Felder, both Emily Claire Felder and Katie Amador have done a masterful job in the circle. Ouachita trying to get a rally and put 3 hits back to back. Drops that one, but didn't get away from Bregan enough to let the runners advance. Call that a strike or a ball? I thought it was high.
Strike,
okay.
I think.
Thought it was upstairs, but it did catch the zone for strike 1. That's going to be strike 2 as Felder went to that outside part of the plate that has been so productive for both pitchers today, especially Felder. Ewer steps out, steps back in, have to protect. 1 out. The 0-2 pitch, that's a shot right at the shortstop, and it is in time for the double play. Ewer lines out to shortstop for the second out of the inning. C is doubled for the third out of the inning, and a promising rally ended just like that by Union on the line drive put out and the double play of the runner back at second base. So Tigers threatened but can't get any runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for Union, and unfortunately, 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Union preserve the 2-0 lead, try to extend it when we come back after this timeout.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
Paige Garrison will lead off the top of the 7th inning. This one in its final inning. If the Tigers can't get 2 in the bottom half, Union will try to add some insurance here in the top of the 7th. Paige Garrison pinch hitting in the 8-hole for Union. 1-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Garrettson, a 5'3" freshman from Nixa, Missouri. Fouls the 1-1 pitch. over the Ouachita dugout for strike 2.
Yeah, both pitchers utilizing the corners of the zone really well today.
Two runs on 7 hits, no errors, 5 left on base for the Bulldogs. The 1-2 pitch is low. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base for the Tigers, and that was in the 6th inning. The first time Ouachita had been able to get a base runner so far today. Fouled into the net. It hit the net and popped one of the plastic zip ties off of the pole. The shadows are starting to set here at P.T. Langston Field. The outfield looks directly into the sun, especially from right field. The sun will begin to set behind the trees. The shadows will creep up over the infield. The 2-2 pitch is low for ball 3, and when the sun starts setting, it's when the batter has to see the ball come in and out of the shadows. It's not like either of these pitchers had needed much help today. The 3-2 pitch, ground ball, charged by Adams, and the flip to Merritt in time for the 4-3 put out for the first out of the inning. It was a good read by Adams. Couldn't really kind of tell how hard that was coming. Nice job of keeping her glove down, head down, and scoop over to Merritt.
Yeah, it was. That's one of those, if you don't charge that immediately, she's probably beating it out. So a really nice play by Adams at second.
9-hole hitter Denise Politich. 0 for 2, grounded out to pitcher and third base. She's not alone in that today. The 0-1, Politich swings, grounds to McCoy. Soft ground ball. Throw across the diamond for the second out of the inning. There's not, well, there's been, well, let me rephrase that. There's not been an inning since the third that McCoy has not had a put out, and she had 2 in the 4th. Go back to the top of the order to Riley Moore, 1 for 3. That one came in the first inning, and that was a line drive right at Emily Reed. Reed was playing her nicely to the opposite field and came right at her. We'll see if that goes down as a hit or an error. They do give that one. We'll see how they do that. That does go down as a hit. That was not necessarily a routine play. Courtney Marlar to the plate. No errors for either of these teams today. Only 1 walk between the pitchers. That was Amador in the last inning. Marlar sees the 0-1 pitch. Nice block by Davidson to 1, keep the umpire from getting hit, and 2, keep the runner from advancing to second. Marlar turns on that one and fouls it out of play. When's your next javelin practice? When you have to practice?
I believe it's tomorrow.
Still fascinated at that. Foul ball just to the left of us. We will get a first-hand glimpse of that one rolling down the hill. All right, he's going to try to make a play on it. He stays down on it, but he can't get down far enough, and that is an EF, so an E to the fan trying to field that ground ball coming down the hill. Just couldn't quite bend over at the waist enough. The 1-2 pitch. Hot shot to who else? McCoy, nicely fielded and thrown across the diamond for the third out of the inning. So 1 hit, but she's stranded. So no runs on one hit, no Ouachita errors, one runner left on base. The Tigers in the bottom of the 7th will have to score 2 to extend this one, 3 to win it. We'll come back. Felder back to the circle after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Felder back in the circle to start the 7th, try to make it a complete game, 2-hit shutout. She'll face the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Ouachita, Addison Davis, Emily Reed, Remington Adams. The Tigers have to get 2 to keep this one going. Davison swings and misses at the first, takes the second for a outside ball 1. I thought he was getting ready to do the umpire's getting ready to do his little slide step, shuffle step, and call a strike, but he laid off, and the count is even. The 1-1 catches the upper outside part of the zone for strike 2. Felder has struck out 3 batters. A fly ball into shallow right center field, and it gets down. It's a Texas Leaguer, a base hit for Addison Davis.
Yeah, always a good start to get the leadoff batter on. So.
Absolutely. Brings a tying run to the plate. So as rough as it's been, Drake, as rough as it's been offensively for the Tigers, didn't have a base runner until the 6th. Had 2, but stranded 1. You're 1 swing away from this game being tied. And you have your best home run hitter possibly last year and this year so far after the first weekend. She had 2 last weekend. 1 swing of the bat could tie this one up. I really don't think Langley in center field got a good jump on that one, as good as we've seen her get, looking right into that sun. At this time of day, I know you see on your screen the sun to the right side. It just makes it hard to see. Reed pops that one up, and Marlar will come on and make the call for the first out of the inning. Reed was trying to jump on something early and just got under that one. She's frustrated with herself. Now Remington Adams to the plate. Had 5 hits last weekend. Tied for second on the team with Jordan Merritt. Tigers down to their last 2 outs. Felder, 70 pitches through 6 innings and 2 batters, 6 1/3. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss from Remington. And the count is 1-1.
Yeah, these last couple innings, Felder's just living on the outside corner there. And it's worked out well for her so far.
1-1 popped up towards the dugout. Looks like it will be out of play, just over the net and out of the reach of Ella Joy Bregan, who made a nice pursuit of the ball. Now we have a service dog who picked up the softball, and well, I thought he might just take it to the dugout, but he's just playing. That dog has not had as good a time in a long time. The 1-2 pitch is high and outside, and now his helper retreats the ball. Now he's going to go to the dugout. Heads up, we might have a dog on the... No, the fence was shut. Now he's just in the bullpen area. The 2-2 pitch, Remington Adams, a high fly ball to deep left center field, and we are tied. One swing of the bat from Remington Adams, the senior, ties this one at 2. Drake, you and I were talking between innings, a couple of innings ago, how it was hard to judge the flight of the balls in this field from our vantage point. Even I could tell off the bat that shot was gone. The first thing I started worrying about was my car back there in left center field that we were just talking about before the last half inning. Now, the Tigers need one to walk it off, or we will head to the 8th. Elena Lyle 0 for 2. Swings at the first pitch she sees. Jordan Merritt up after this. The 0-1 pitch catches Lyle on the leg, and that might bring a visit from head coach Sydney Sterner.
Yeah, the Tigers haven't had a ton of hits today, but I'm going to say that one was about as timely as you could ask for.
Absolutely. She turned on it, got every bit of it, and wasn't a towering shot, but it was a line drive gone. We talked about the fence being shorter here, but that does not matter. That was going to be out in most places. Got a pinch runner for Ouachita. That's going to be Paige Gunn, a 5'1" sophomore from Denham Springs, Louisiana, Live Oak. Elena Lyle gets a hand. So now with one out, Coach Jeff Jackson talking to Jordan Merritt, who leads the team for average coming into today's game. 417. She was 5 of 12 in the first weekend of games. And she walked 3 times. So one out, Jordan Merritt to the plate. Slightly open stance with that left foot. Closes it, and that was called a strike. That must have caught that same higher outer part of the zone. The 0-1 pitch coming in from Merritt as she steps out. That one's low for ball 1. So Paige Gunn, the pinch runner at first. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So the Tigers touch Felder for the first 2 runs in the 7th inning with one out. The 1-2 pitch fouled back to the net, and Merritt stays alive. Fouls that one back to the net. It was almost a nice snag, but he did save his wife from a trip to the emergency room. He might have to ice his hand, but at least he's not taking you to the hospital. She says, at least he's not icing my face. Merritt fouls that one back to the net.
Nice job battling back here. You can tell the Tigers have taken a lot better at bats the second half of this game, especially the last 2 innings.
Great point. Still 1-2. Pop up. That'll stay in the infield. Goddard camps out under it and makes the catch. So the second out of the inning is retired on the pop up to second base. And now we go to Krissa Ahrens, who has returned back into the game, re-entered the game. She was pinch hit for by Juice Caldwell, re-entered, and now she'll bat in the 7th. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike one. That one misses low and outside for ball one, so the count is square at 1-1. That's outside as well. Felder not wanting to give Ahrens anything she can turn on. A well-placed ball in the gap. If Gunn gets a good jump, could end the game. The 2-1 ball, a pitch, fly ball into left field, a lazy fly ball. Scott tracks it down and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So we've got free softball. The Tigers get 2 runs on a big 2-run homer from Remington Adams. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Union errors. 1 Tiger left on base. Extra innings, here we come. 8th inning. When we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
Katie Amador back out for the 8th inning. Amador at 97 pitches, giving up 8 hits, only 2 runs, both of those earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Ouachita has had 2 pitchers warming up and getting loose in the bullpen. One of those was Hannah Hunter, graduate right-handed pitcher from Malvern, Arkansas. The one throwing now is Parker Rogers, a 5'9" freshman from Frisco, Texas, a lefty. For Union, it will be the 3, 4, 5 hitters, Chloe Jones, Ella Joy Bregan, and Mallory Hildebrand. Eighth inning does have the runner start on second base, and that will be the last out, who was Marlar. So Marlar stands at second. Squared around a bunt, misses it. Ooh. Would love to see Davidson try to come up and just throw with Jones in front of the plate. I don't know, this is where I'm going to show my ignorance. The softball and baseball rule are the same, but if you step across that plate and get in the catcher's way, I'd love to see it. Try to get something there. The 0-1 squares around again. Foul ball. And Marlar will have to go back to second. So many different approaches when you have this international tiebreak rule and put the runner at second. A lot of people will try to bunt the runner over. Some say, since you're already in scoring position, swing away. See if they bunt again with 2 strikes. I would guess not. High fly ball to left field, and just like that, Union has regained the lead with a 2-run homer from Chloe Jones. Well, Square bunt, miss. Square bunt, miss. Big swing, big ball. That's that's kind of how that works sometimes. So Union gets 2 runs. And Amador will have to try to get out of this one. That's a shot right back up the middle, and that might be the end of the line for Amador as Coach Jeff Jackson walks over to see if they are ready in the pen. That's an unfortunate ending for Katie Amador. She 7+ innings of strong work in the circle. And we will take a break and tell you who the new pitcher is after this timeout. Union 4, Ouachita 2. New pitcher in the circle. That's Parker Rogers. We'll tell you about her when we come back after this timeout.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Parker Rogers enters the game in relief of Katie Amador. Rogers, a 5'9" freshman from Frisco, Texas, Lebanon Trail. This is the 4th appearance of the season for Rogers. Pitched 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of those earned, struck out 1 and walked 6. 0-1 on the season with a 1.31 ERA. Opponents are batting .235 off the left-handed pitcher. She won't be in line for the loss. Could be in line for a win if she shuts down the Bulldogs here and the Tigers mount a rally in the bottom of the 8th. We talked about the Union pitcher, Emily Claire Felder, has pitched 7 innings of fantastic softball. There is a pitcher warming up in the Union bullpen, Riley Vaughn, a 5'8" junior from Killen, Alabama, Mars Hill Bible School. See if they leave Felder in to see if she can close it out. I think that would be a good chance. She has not thrown very many pitches, and obviously pitch count is not something that you take a look at very much in softball. The reason I was looking at this game is because both pitchers are being so efficient. I was trying to see how many pitches they've thrown per inning, and obviously that stretched a little bit out for Amador. So, kind of give you a little reset. Bragan is at first. Hildebrand is up for the Bulldogs. With nobody out, runner on first. Union took the lead on a 2-run homer from Chloe Jones. First batter of the inning, brought home the runner at second. A throw down from Davidson. Bragan gets back. The count is on the board. It's 1-2. That one's in the dirt, and that's a good read by Bragan to be able to get that one. She just read that one off of the dirt, Drake.
Yeah, that was a good read. That's one you just are going when you see it hit the dirt, and unfortunate bounce for the Tigers, and she was there easily.
The sun is setting. The entire infield almost now is in shade. Only pockets at shortstop and second base. 2-2 pitch popped up and out of play. That'll catch a young Watson in the back. Big sister not showing much empathy at all. It's nice of little sister to come over and give a hug. Athletic trainer Ashley Harris comes over to check on the middle Watson. just got hit. She said she's fine. 3-2 count now to Mallory Hildebrand. Full count. Ground ball to third. Coy looks the runner back. Nice throw over for the first out of the inning.
I'm not sure if you ever come to the game expecting to get about 10 ground balls, but that's been the case today.
Yeah, 8 for McCoy at third base alone. Turning on it. Timing is just not had, other than the few really hard hit. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Nice play. Throw across the diamond in time. That was a nice job by Ure at short. Bregan was kind of jockeying with her, trying to get her to hesitate, but she did a nice job of staying in there, then making a strong throw across.
Yeah, great job. Make sure the runner doesn't advance, keep her at bay, and then still be able to throw the runner out at first.
We've talked about the timing. You don't have a ton of time to get that ball across the diamond. Nice play by Ure. So 2 outs now. And Cassidy Goddard at the plate. 0 for 3. Flew out to right field, grounded to third with the rest of her teammates, and then struck out in the 6th. I don't know if I've seen pitchers be able to induce as many ground ball outs as the 2 for Ouachita and the 1 from Union have today. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Let's flip over and see how many Felder has. Ground out to shortstop, shortstop, second, third, second, third, second, short, second. I mean, that's about the same amount, anywhere from 8 to 10. Infield has been busy today. The 0-2 pitch coming. It's a good 0-2 pitch by Rogers. It was a nice take by Goddard. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Parker Rogers gets the Tigers out of the jam, retiring the 3 batters that she sees. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, just like the Tigers did in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers got 2 runs on a home run, and now Union does the same. 2 runs. There were 2 hits, no Ouachita errors, and 1 runner left on base. Tigers, again, will need 2 to extend, 3 to win when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Emily Claire Felder back for the 8th inning. She's trying to get this win for the Union Bulldogs. The line score, the Java Primo game summary. Union 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, 7 runners left on base. Ouachita 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. So the Tigers will start with the courtesy run, or the runner, not being Emma Love, the runner that starts at second, not courtesy runner. Emma Love, a 5'5" junior from Austin, Texas, Vandergrift. She will start at second base. To the plate, Reagan McCoy. She singled to left field in the 6th inning. That was the first hit of the game for Ouachita. They've got to have 2 once again. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The Tigers have 4 hits. Those came 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. The loud hit was Remington Adams' 2-run home run to tie things up in the 7th. Oh, 0-1 pitch, misses low and outside for ball 1. Drake, it's been a fun home opener. The Tigers would like to make it more fun by scoring 3 here, but you feel like you have a chance since you were able to touch Felder each of the last 2 innings. That's a shot into the right center field gap, and it is down. It's to the wall. 1 run will score, and they will hold up McCoy. She slides in safely with an RBI double. Reagan McCoy goes the opposite way to the right center field gap and wall. And now it's just like you've basically the same position you were in just a second ago. You just added 1 run. 4-3 is the lead. And the Tigers still have a runner at second with nobody out.
Yeah, good hit right there. It seems like every time the Tigers have really needed a big hit and someone to come up, they've delivered so far.
Lakin Golden steps in. She singled to second in the 6th inning. It was a back-to-back hit. She and McCoy went back-to-back singles in the 6th inning. Those were the first 2 hits of the game. She got that infield single because the second baseman didn't charge up enough. I think I saw, based on that lineup, now they're talking in the circle, I think I saw the Union infield, all 4 playing in, which means that anything put in play, especially to the right side, would most likely get McCoy to third. Lakin Golden would like to just poke one over the drawn-in infield. Squares around a bunt. Did not pull back. Strike 1. Now Coach Jackson asking, was that a called strike or did she pull it back? The umpire didn't like him asking about that based on that reaction. Did you get the same impression that I did?
Yeah, I think
he didn't quite like that too much. So regardless, it was a strike that said she did not pull back. That's a shot into center field, right at the center fielder though, and so Golden is retired on the line out to center field for the first out of the inning. It's unfortunate. I mean, that's softball though. You put nice contact on it, go right at somebody, or you can barely get a piece and bloop it over a first baseman's glove. So that was just a center fielder. Langley was perfectly played. Top of the order, Morgan Ewer. Tie this with a well-placed base hit. Fastball misses outside. So Reagan McCoy, a single and a double. Tigers are no strangers to extra inning games. They had one over the last weekend against Missouri Western. The 1-0 pitch inside, catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. What I was going to say is an inside cut, and Ewer held off. The 1-1 high short pop up into left field. That is caught by Sydney Scott. It was high, but it was very short. Scott charged in, and that's the second out of the inning, and the Tigers are down to their last out. They got a runner in scoring position for Addison Davidson. She singled to right center in the 7th. You know Coach Jackson would be sending the runner here. Fastball out for ball 1. McCoy is at second. They play straight away in the outfield. Third base even with the bag. Shortstop, second base, middle infield at normal depth. The 1-0 pitch, it's a ground ball to shortstop. Throw across the diamond, and that is the ball game. Chloe Jones fields that one and makes the 6-3 putout for the third out of the ball game, and Union wins 4-3 in 8 innings. The Chicken Express recap shows Union 4 runs on 10 hits, 7 no errors, 7 runners left on base. Washita 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Emily Claire Felder goes the distance and gets the win. 8 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. All of those earned 3 strikes. Gave up 1 double, 1 home run, faced 29 batters, and moves to 1-2 on the season. Katie Amador will, actually it won't be, Katie Amador will get the loss as she gave up the 2-run homer in the 8th, although it was a quality effort for Katie Amador in the circle for Ouachita. So that'll wrap up game 1. Union 4, Ouachita 3. We'll be back for game 2 in about 30 minutes. It'll be a separate stream here on OSDN.live. The Bulldogs get game 1. The Tigers will try to tie up the doubleheader and force a rubber match tomorrow. Union will try to get the series win and the doubleheader sweep today in game 2. That'll do it for game 1. Thanks to the students of OSDN. Thanks for watching. Union 4, Ouachita 3. Have a great rest of your Thursday night, everybody, and go Tigers.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.